Memphis is the only place that can say the king of rock, godfather of blues, and the queen of soul are all from Memphis.
Over the course of the next few episodes, my crew and I are going to be visiting with some of the most pivotal players in Memphis music today, as well as diving into a little music history. Oh, and don't forget about the food. Memphis is as much a food destination as it is a musical one. We've all heard of Sun Studio and Stax, but the place we're heading to today is a little off the beaten path. A place with history and soul like none other. It is not only significant in Memphis music history, but for all of music history. I'm taking you to one of the most magical places I've ever had the pleasure of visiting. Royal Studios.
It's a magical vibe. I've been coming here since I was a kid, and even when I was a kid, it just felt magical. And I remember when I saw the Chronicles of Narnia and they went through the wardrobe, I was like, oh man, that's like the studio. It's like the same vibe I get when I come through the door.
In 1915, the building that now houses Royal was a silent movie theater, and in 1957, Royal Studios was established here by the legendary Willie Mitchell. Willie always said that the sloping theater floor is responsible for Royal's signature soul sound. It is one of the oldest continuously operating recording studios in the entire world, and the recording roster is chock full of world-renowned artists such as Al Green, Ann Peebles, Keith Richards, Bruno Mars. Y'all, the list goes on and on. I mean, can you even imagine living in a world without the music of the Reverend Al Green? I'd rather not. Today, Royal Studios is ran by Willie's son, Boo Mitchell, a star in his own right, one who continues to record and engineer incredible music here every day. I can't wait to bring y'all along for my chat with him. So without further ado, let's get to it. I call everybody that I love so much Boo, so it's really nice to just say, hey, Boo.
Hey, Boo.
It's really nice to meet you, Boo, for real.
This is nice to meet you, too.
Thank
Stacy.
you. Thanks for having us here. This place is incredible. Before the cameras were rolling, we were talking about how it just has this magic feel. Will you walk us kind of through the history, like a nutshell version of it?
Okay, so this place started in 1915 as a silent movie theater. That's why the floor slopes. And it stayed a theater up until around 55. And during the 50s in Memphis, Sam Phillips' Sun Studio was the only commercial space. So when Elvis and Johnny Cash left Sam Phillips in 55, the famous $1 Million Quartet story, there was an engineer, Elvis's bass player, and a couple of people that wanted to branch out on their own. So they got local record shop owner Joe Coogee to buy the old Royal Theater and turn it into Royal Studios and High Records. And we've been open ever since. We've never been anything other than a studio. We're the 4th oldest studio in the world.
That's amazing. What was it like just growing up around this? I know you said it felt like Narnia, and that's a pretty darn good answer to that. But just being around that growing up and being handed the torch, that's gotta just feel amazing.
I don't think it hit me until I was in my 20s. Dude, that was not normal. So, at my house would be the Doobie Brothers or the Temptations or Al Green. It was always cool, but it was just like, okay, Al's at the house. And by the time I was 12, I was just spending any time I could get here, I was getting here. Writing songs, playing keys, engineering. And when I got older, I studied the music and studied all my dad's stuff, because before he discovered Al Green, he was an instrumentalist. And he had 10 instrumental albums going back from the late 50s up until the early 70s. And listening to that stuff made me ask him questions about the design of the place. So his thing in the 50s, he never liked the way his records sounded. And the engineer that was here was like, black people can't touch the equipment. So in about 64, my dad has a meeting with Joe Coogee, the owner. It's like, look, man, if I don't engineer my own records, I'm not re-signing. So Joe, cool Italian dude, he was like, sure, Willie, you can engineer, So once my pop started engineering, he started altering the space and the way it looks and sounds.
The ceiling's much, it's not as tall here as it is. As it goes back, it goes up. And I think it gives the studio a unique sound.
And he got it like this in '69, and Al Green's Tired of Being Alone was the first record recorded with the space looking like this with the burlap and fiberglass.
And we probably standing in the same area that Al used to record. He liked to stand right here. That's why he liked one spot, the same spot all the time. This particular mic here he called it his mic. I keep it here all the time. It's mic number 9. He always loved to sing on this mic. That's why he made all this record songs.
I dug deeper on how he did things because I started engineering mostly in the 80s, and 80s music and engineering was different than 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
So the older I got, like, well, Pop, how did you mic this and how did you mic that? And some of his miking techniques are the same techniques that I use to this day. We just recorded all the horns for the Silk Sonic album, the Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, and I did that in the Willie Mitchell style with one microphone and 4 dudes.
Do you have like original mixers from back then?
Oh yeah, we've got, God, there's so, it's so funny because I still find artifacts in here. Like, I just found a box of Bobby Blue Bland masters that, I don't know, I hadn't
just
seen for the past 40 years.
After this quick break, I'm headed to Dyers on Beale to try one of the best burgers in Memphis. Stay tuned. Welcome back to More Than the Music. Let's head over to Dyers on Beale to get the scoop on one of the best burgers in Memphis. What's up, guys? We are here at Dyers on Beale. I am talking to Kendall. Now, I know that there are a lot of burger joints in Memphis. Personally, I think my fave is Dyers. Can you tell us a little bit about what makes Dyer Burgers different?
Dyers started in 1912 by a man named Doc Dyer, who moved up here from Mississippi. And back then, you know, everybody cooked in cast iron. So he cooked his burgers in cast iron, and actually the story is that it got created by accident. One night the cook didn't clean out the skillet, and he had to cook the next morning in the skillet with the grease still in it, and one of the customers that came every day said, "That's the best burger I've ever had." So then eventually he just stopped cleaning out the skillet and just seasoned it and filtered it every day. And now we have Dyer's deep fried hamburgers. We cook our burgers in grease. They're deep fried, nothing like it in the world. And you know, there's no medium rare, there's no medium, any of that. When it floats, it's done.
So I heard that when the location moved from where it was originally to here, the grease got a police escort. Can you talk to me about that story a little bit, please?
It did. Well, we've never changed our grease. So we have the same grease from 1912. And we just filter it, season it, but some days we have to do it 2-3 times a day. And so when we moved Dyers from Cleveland to Beale Street in 1999, obviously the grease is the key to the restaurant. So there was a police escort and a armored van that brought the grease here to bring it downtown.
Amazing. Before we started rolling cameras, you told me also that you took the grease to Las Vegas.
We did. We were in the World Food Championship in 2013, and we had the grease taken to a FedEx plane in a lockdown tight vat to hold the grease, make sure it got to Vegas safe.
How very Memphis. I love it. Awesome. Well, let's go make a burger.
Okay, let's show you.
So let's take a look at how Dyers Burgers prepares their famous burgers. First up, a 3-ounce ball of ground beef is flattened out into an almost paper-thin patty, then dipped into the legendary 100-year-old grease until it achieves maximum juiciness. While that patty is dancing in the magic grease, the cooks dress the bun with mustard, pickles, white onions, and just a dash of salt and pepper. Last but not least, a slice of American cheese is slapped on that patty, then dipped in the grease until it reaches ooey gooey perfection. After draining off the excess oils, the meaty, cheesy goodness is escorted by the top bun to the bottom, where it is quickly wrapped and ready to serve. Don't forget to add fries and onion rings, y'all. When More Than Music returns, I'll be bringing you more from Boo Mitchell at Royal Studios. Welcome back. Let's head back into Royal Studios. What to you constitutes a perfect song?
A perfect song to me is one that sparks emotion and feeling. When I record, I'm trying to record to make you feel something. And the songs, you know, no matter what it is, if it makes you feel like dancing, if it makes you feel happy, sad, that, you know, to me, that's a killer song, if it can grab you in some way.
Awesome. Over your years here, what would be, or could you tell us a little bit about a really standout session or two to you? Like what, a couple that have been really special?
Yeah, so one of my first ones was Keith Richards doing Talk Is Cheap in '88 because Steve Jordan was his drummer and producer and brought him here. And me and my brother grew up watching Late Night with David Letterman, and Steve Jordan was the drummer. You know, we didn't know his name at the time, but we'd be like, but man, the drummer, we'd just be like waiting on commercial break. So when Steve comes in with Keith, it was like, you know, it's like keep it school for Steve Jordan. Another one, I guess, would be the Mark Ronson, Bruno Mars, Uptown Special. That session was so bananas because I knew Mark Ronson's work. I didn't really know his name. I knew the Amy Winehouse, Rehab. So Mark came to, they were visiting studios and looking for talent. And he came here auditioning singers initially. And after he auditioned some people, he was like, man, I think I want to make my album here. I was like, okay. Gave him a card. And he shows back up like a week later with Steve Jordan and Willie Weeks. He had Kevin Parker from Tame Impala. He had two of the Dap Kings. He had Trombone Shorty.
That is just already insane.
It was day one. I was going, what? And then I was calling, I was like, dude, like everybody's at Royal. There's nothing happening anywhere. And during that session, they stayed like 11 days. And Mark casually says to me he's like, hey man, I got this record. I want Bruno to come and record. And I'm fanboying. I'm in my mind, I'm going, he's talking about Bruno Mars. You know he's talking about. And outside, I'm like, okay.
That's so cool. Of all of these folks, who would be like a bucket list person for you to work with here that you haven't gotten to yet?
Oh man.
There might just be no one left for that. I don't know.
God, people used to ask me that and I would go blank. I don't know, maybe Justin Timberlake would be cool.
I'm shocked he hasn't been here.
But Justin would be cool. Chris Stapleton, Mavis Staples.
Oh man. I love her.
I don't know.
All right. I think any of those could actually happen. So yeah, solid bucket list. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
I was hoping like Elton John, maybe.
Man, I did a recording for Elton John for T-Bone Burnett, a glorified tambourine overdub, which was pretty cool because my mom got the call and I don't know, I had some kids back here doing something and my mom's like, you need to come to the phone. I'm like, Mom, I'm working. She was like, you need to come to the phone right now. And I go up and it's T-Bone Burnett's going, hey, can you record this tambourine? Because there's a really famous tambourine player that lives in Memphis, the guy, Jack Ashford. He played on all the Motown hits. So he's probably the highest paid tambourine player in the world. And yeah, rightfully so, because the first time I recorded him, I was like, y'all are gonna pay this dude how much to play the tambourine? I was like, okay. And I mic'd him up, and he's a very tall, regal man. He's like, hello, boo, I'm gonna sit right here. And I'm like, this dude is getting a little bit of tambourine. He like takes it out, and he hits it one time, and I'm like, holy crap. Yeah, bam.
After this break, I get to do one of my very favorite things. Ask really cool people really silly questions. Stay tuned. Welcome back to More Than the Music. Let's jump back into the interview with Boo Mitchell. Let's say somehow you knew ahead of time you were going to be stuck on a desert island. You're only allowed to bring one album.
Oh, man.
What is it?
Oh, God, I hate those questions.
Worse.
Oh, man. At one point, Thriller would be my one album. At another point, Jimi Hendrix's Bold as Love would be another album. Al Green's Greatest Hits. One of those.
One of those. I'll give you three. We'll let that slide. Let's say, hypothetically, you were a professional wrestler. What would your walkout song be?
Oh, God. Sorry. One of my favorite songs, literally to walk to, is Staying Alive.
Okay.
It just...
Yeah. I could see you boogieing down the
You
wrestling
can tell
walkway.
by the way I walk. Yeah.
Cure for that. If you're feeling down, what is your favorite cure for the blues?
Oh, music. Totally. There's a Al Green song called Sha-La-La that it just literally sounds like sunshine.
It's a jam.
It
good.
just sounds like sunshine.
What is your favorite Memphis barbecue?
Okay. This will be a multi-tier answer.
I'm learning to expect that.
So, Cozy Corner for the whole smoked chicken, Rendezvous for the lamb ribs, Central for the sandwich. They've got the best barbecue sandwiches.
Do you have a joke that you'd like to tell us?
Oh, let me see. So, a rabbi and a priest on a plane sitting next to each other and in a long flight. So the priest goes, "So you're a rabbi?" I was like, yeah, I'm a rabbi. It's like, so in your religion, the pork is forbidden. And the rabbi's like, yeah, the pork is forbidden. And then the priest sits back and goes, "Have you ever tried the pork?" And the rabbi goes, yeah, it's one time I tried the pork. And so the priest sits back, he's smiling, and time goes on and the rabbi's like, okay, I gotta get this dude. It's like, excuse me, you're a priest? It's like, yeah, I'm a priest. So in your religion, the sex is forbidden. And the priest is like, God dang it, man, this guy. It's like, yeah, we're Catholic priests, we take a vow of chastity. And the rabbi goes, so, have you ever tried the sex? The priest is like, yeah, it was a long time ago, I was in high school. And the rabbi goes, beats the hell out of the pork.
That's pretty good. Boo.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
All right,
This was a
thank
blast.
you. It's awesome.
I want to give a huge thanks to Dyers on Beale and to the lovely Boo Mitchell and Royal Studios for having the crew and I here for such a wonderful experience. This place is magical, y'all. It was such an honor to hang out with Boo Mitchell and see everything he's doing to preserve the legacy, history, and magic of Royal Studios. And as they say, like father, like son. Don't forget to follow More Than the Music on social. Just search for MTTM Heartland for episode previews, fun extras, and behind-the-scenes footage. Thanks for watching today's episode of More Than the Music. Join us next time as we continue our Memphis music deep dive, where we head to the birthplace of rock and roll as we know it, Sun Studio. We'll get the history of the iconic building and chat with Memphis music scene staple John Paul Keith. See you next week.
good.